Start. The CEO only asked the girl to massage his eyes, but she misunderstood his intention and actually leaned in to kiss him. What are you doing? It's my first time. I understand the rules. He actually thought I wanted that. Get out. In order to avoid going back to her harsh adoptive parents, the girl made the boldest decision of her life. And after the CEO caught a faint scent from her, he completely fell for her. The next day, the usually cold and indifferent CEO was surprisingly gentle with her. But faced with constant pressure and difficulties, the girl finally gathered the courage to ask him for money. As expected, just another woman trying to trick me for money. How much do you want? The girl cautiously only wanted to borrow 5,000, but the man thought she meant 50 million. Instantly, he lost all good impression of this gold digger, turned around, and left the room, even instructing his assistant that he never wanted to see her again. He even ordered a city-wide blacklist against her. Unexpectedly, after that, the girl became pregnant. 9 months later, she gave birth. Already struggling, raising children became an enormous burden. Worse still, because they were born prematurely, all 3 babies were placed in incubators and would require surgery later. When she saw the medical bill of 1 million, she was stunned. With no other choice, she tracked down the man's assistant, holding the ribbon he had left behind, hoping for help. But when the assistant saw her, he was extremely impatient. Upon hearing that she had given birth to the man's children and needed money, he immediately dismissed her as a fraud. You can even make up stories like this? I don't even know where Mr. Yin is. Inside the house, the old madam heard the commotion and asked what was going on. The servants lied, saying it was just an insurance salesperson who had already been chased away. The old madam then continued urging the CEO, asking what kind of woman he liked. The CEO helplessly replied, "What's the point of liking anyone? I'm just a blind man. Anyone who comes close probably has their own motives." Hearing this, the old madam understood her son's thoughts and decided to cure his eyes first before anything else. Meanwhile, the girl, in order to pay for her baby's medical expenses, was desperately looking for work. But because of the CEO's blacklist order, no one dared to hire her. Then the hospital delivered terrible news. If she couldn't gather the surgery fees soon, the 3 children might not survive. Just when she had nowhere left to turn, she overheard that the old madam was determined to find a donor to cure her son's eyes. She immediately stepped forward and said she was willing to donate. The old madam initially wanted to refuse because the girl was so young. But after hearing about her 3 children, she empathized deeply. After struggling internally, she agreed. What a good child, if only she were my daughter-in-law. With tears in her eyes, the girl took one last look at her babies before resolutely entering the operating room. "Doctor, in order to save my children, I won't be able to see them anymore." Little did she know, the man was right beside her at that moment. With her help, the CEO finally regained his sight. When he learned that a kind-hearted girl had donated to him, he became curious about her. I don't know where her husband ran off to. If you ask me, a man that irresponsible deserves punishment. At that moment, the old madam proposed a bold idea. Why not have the CEO marry her? She already had 3 children, so the family would gain 3 grandchildren at once. But the CEO said that even if he didn't marry such a kind woman, he would still take care of her for the rest of her life. He immediately ordered his assistant to find her. However, her adoptive parents had already learned about the situation. They took her away, intending to sell her to traffickers and squeeze out her remaining value. By coincidence, the CEO witnessed this scene. "What are you doing?" That voiced that man. "He even hit me." Hearing his voice, the girl used all her strength to run out of the car, treating him as her last hope. At that moment, a subordinate told the CEO that she was the same girl who had angered him 9 months ago. When he saw her again, he felt a slight stir in his heart. But remembering how materialistic he thought she was, he still turned away coldly. "Do you understand? I have your child, what?